Hey YouTube, so Tekken 8's been out for a while now, like what, 3 months, 2 months, 4 months, around that. Like it's been a couple months. So these are just the issues that I've accumulated playing the game. I put a lot of hours into the game, um, like playing ranked match, quick match, casual match, against my friends, and watching other people play. These are the issues that I've had with the game. I do want to preface that it is a new game, so there are going to be issues. So this is warranted. Like I'm not going to just bash the game, act like it didn't just come out, and there's a lot of good with this game too. So I don't want to just sound like this game is just completely bad and just utterly bad. There's some good things in this game too, and I'm not the best player, so this isn't the opinion of like the highest level player, top Oscar player of all time. I'm a casual intermediate, so my goal for Tekken 8 was to reach Fujin. I reached Fujin with Oscar, so now I can put my time into other things I want to do and take a hiatus from the game and just take a break. So let's get into the video. If you agree with me, let me know. There's things that I didn't talk about in this video that you dislike, let me know. If there's things in this video that you disagree with me, let me know. All I ask is you explain why, give me examples why, and we can talk about it. So let's start the video. Heat smashes. Now a lot of people like them, a lot of people dislike them. I'm on the side that I dislike them, but I try to be reasonable, so I get why they're in the game. They want to make the game more offensive oriented, and they want to make the game, more, something crazy's happening every 5 seconds. I get why it's in the game. So I'm not gonna say like, oh, remove it from the game, it's stupid, yada yada yada. I understand why it's in the game. So, but I just think they cover too many options, and they just like, okay, so for example, right? Let me throw you against King, right? And you're in the Jin subconscious stage, right? Okay. So I think everyone knows where I'm going with this, but he power bombs you, right? What happens? What happens? You're going through the floor. You can do a full combo, and you could lose a match like that. You can start the match off pretty bad with that happening. Your morale could, you can get kind of scared after that happens. But what happens when you block it? Actually, before we get into the blocking, like I do want to say, I know it can be sidestepped. I mean, a lot of heat smashes can be sidestepped. I think Ravens can. I can't. I know Kings can. I know Assassinas can. I don't know if every characters can be sidestepped, so I'm not gonna tell you guys that because I'm not that informed. I haven't labbed every single heat smash, but I know some can be sidestepped. But what the tears people from sidestepping heat smashes is, one, heat in general is pretty strong for certain characters, so you don't want to just be sidestepping willy-nilly, because even if I don't heat smash, I can still throw some heat shenanigans at you, and if you sidestepped it, it might clip you. So yeah, and also you have moves that clip you that really shouldn't, but they do, and then you have moves that are actually homing, so they will track you, and then you have homing throws. So there's a lot of things that deter you from sidestepping. Also against the wall, that's also a pretty scary position to try to sidestep. Like say you're playing against a Claudio, or somebody has a low heat smash. You don't want to duck because they can't launch you, so you don't want to duck. But then they just go for the low heat smash, and then you go through the wall. GG. That's the end of the game. Or if you're going against a character that just break a wall in general, you don't want to sidestep because I don't know, you just get clipped by something and go through the wall. So yeah. So a lot of people would just want to block the heat smash. A lot of people just block it, including me. But what happens when you block it is you hold another 50-50, like majority of the time. Majority of the heat smashes in this game, you're holding another 50-50 afterwards. Now, granted, you can option select some, like you can power crush or something like that, or I don't know, you can do something to counteract. But I just feel like if I block such an impactful move, which I'm not gonna just say like heat smashes do too much damage or something like that. I get it's supposed to be an impactful move. Like it's supposed to be pretty strong, and I'm supposed to respect it. But I feel like a move that impactful, there should be some type of repercussions for doing it instead of just throwing it out whenever I feel like it. I feel like the defensive player should be rewarded for blocking such an impactful move, right? I feel like the opponent. Well, the person that did the heat smash, they should be like -9, -8, -7 on block, and they shouldn't be in another stance to mix me up after I blocked their heat smash, right? I get they'll probably never want the move to be like -30 and launch punchable, because if heat smashes were launch punchable, they wouldn't be as strong. People wouldn't go for it as much. But least make it like -7. Just give up your turn. I think that's very fair. You know, you should give up your turn. You threw out like a very strong move that could have won the game for you, but I blocked it, so I should be rewarded for blocking because I didn't have to block it. I could have. I don't know. I don't know. I could have went through the floor, and so it's kind of like a lose-lose situation sometimes, especially at the end of matches and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm also not the biggest fan of two heat smashes. Characters having two and some characters have one. I think if every character has two, well, I think if some characters have two heat smashes, I think every character should have two heat smashes. That's just me. I think it'd be more fair, but I get the argument that they're coming out of stances and whatnot. So, but I do think that's kind of unfair. This is also very like a niche situation, but it does drive me insane when it happens in the game. Uh, so many people probably won't like agree with this one, but it does bother me. And this is heat engages on block, not heat engagers, but heat engages. So say both opponents are low health, you know, both players are low health, and one's a heat, one already used theirs, or they are a heat. It doesn't matter, and they're both trying to play footsies or whatever. And then the clock is running down, and they just run out full speed, heat engager. Okay, now I'm running at you. You blocked it, cool, but I'm still +5, and you have to guess for your life because I'm gonna do an unseeable low, or I'm gonna do an unseeable mid, and you have to guess. And if you make the wrong guess, I just win the match. If you did, it's cool, but I mean, I could just block it anyways. So it's like I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of situations in the game where you're just kind of guessing, and I get every fighting game. Like, there's no fighting game out there, to my knowledge, that isn't a guessing game. Like at least to some type of degree. There's guesses in any fighting game, but Tekken 8 like really enforces guessing in certain scenarios. And if you guess wrong, you could lose for it. If you guess right, you can still lose for it in some scenarios. So I don't know. I just feel like heat engages on block shouldn't really be a thing. That's just my opinion. I think if I block the move, you shouldn't like just run at me full speed. Granted, you do sacrifice your meter, but I don't know. Certain scenarios, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good doing it, but you have to do it in certain scenarios to survive in this Tekken 8 environment. I'm a fan of it, like extending your combos and stuff like that. And if you do hit me with it, like if I didn't block the first hit, like heat engager, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But like if I block it, you shouldn't. I don't know. Certain scenarios, it just gets a little weird. And next on my list is heat system isn't created equal for every character. So I think this is self-explanatory, but for example, well, I've played Asuka and June for like a lot of hours, right? I've played them both for a lot of hours. I can tell you like right now, like significantly, June heat system significantly is like 10 times stronger than Asuka's is. Like the heat system really benefits her. Like she's really a Tekken 8 character. And it doesn't really benefit Asuka as much. Like it doesn't really fit, you know, at all compared to June's. Like Asuka's is like okay, but there's a lot of characters that have okay heats in the game. But when you compare them to other characters that have great heat systems in the game, it makes like their heat system significantly worse. Like in comparison. So for example, a character that I really suck at going against is Huaring. I can tell you like right now, like I'm not scared of Huaring in heat at all. Like the system doesn't really benefit some characters as much as it does others. And another example, Safina. Like Asuka's not even the worst comparison I could give you. Like Safina, I think her heat system is okay, is good. But when you compare it to Victor, Dragunov, Assassina, I don't even say Assassina. What I don't even know it. I won't put hers in like super strong, but so let me try to retake that list again. So not Assassina, Dragunov, Victor, June, like characters like that have pretty strong heat systems. In comparison, you have characters like Huaring, Asuka, Safina, like characters like that don't really have strong heat, and it doesn't benefit them at all. So I think the heat system is really impactful with some characters as others, and that's why it's kind of unfair. But I know that's like a balancing thing, and I know that's probably be fixed eventually. But that's kind of what stuck out to me with the heat system in general. And also, the heat system does really like cater to some playstyles. or some characters' play styles at all. So they end up just playing a game that they really don't want to. So yeah, that's also another point. Like I just feel like certain players, it's not even just me. Like I've seen other people say this. We kind of just get forced to play like one way, and if we don't want to play that one way, winning is just so much like harder. You know, you kind of just get forced to play just the way you like. You just kind of just forced to play the way they want you to play, right? Like some scenarios where like I just want to do like I don't know. I just want to sit back and try to read the opponent. But if you keep trying to do that over and over again, you're just gonna get blitzed the entire time. So this game doesn't really cater to defensive minded people. I mean, granted, defense is still in the game, but it just doesn't. You just have to play offense like a lot of the time. I mean, I get it's a new game, but like there should still be like play styles in line. You should be rewarded for trying to play how you want to play. The rage system as well. I think the rage mechanic is a good comeback mechanic, like all in all. But when you have like heat and rage at the same time over and over again each round, it becomes like a who can hit the one input most damaging button first. You know what I mean? Like it just like when both opponents, both players are low health, rage or heat smash in deck, the game just gets so like annoying and frustrating to play and just weird to play. That's just me though. Like I don't know. Just having both pretty strong mechanics on you at all times is just pretty strong, and it gets very oppressive, very scary to press a button in certain situations. Like they made the game for people like me or defensive people to like press buttons and something to be happening at every 5 seconds. But if someone's in heat, if someone has rage, it just becomes like a bait show. Like I'm just trying to bait you out, make you press a button, or come on, do your heat smash. It's about to run out. Hurry up. So I can block the 50-50 afterwards. Like there's like a lot of scenarios where both opponents are just kind of trying to bait like a rage art out or bait a heat smash out, because if you don't, like if you try to press a button and I clip you with one of those two moves, you could die for it. So I don't know, like having both mechanics on you at all times, well not all times, but like each round, it kind of makes the game slow down and more annoying to kind of deal with. I do want to clarify, because I didn't play the older Tekkens. I only played the end of Tekken 7 a lot and Tekken 8 a lot. So I do want to clarify, because I didn't play the older Tekken, so I don't have as much information on this topic as older players might have. And my question to you is, was it always this easy to just skip neutral? Like, were there always just skip neutral buttons in Tekken? And were they always this strong to deal with? I just want to ask that because there's certain scenarios where I just feel like I have to, I don't know, I just have to force my offense on them, because if we're in a neutral situation, they're still in favor. That's what it feels like in certain situations. Because there's just like a lot of moves that just skip neutral and like they're plus on block. So it's kind of just like you have to hold the mix afterwards, or like they just, I don't know. There's just like a lot of moves like that in this game. But I wonder what that's like. That might not just be a Tekken 8 thing, and that might just be a Tekken thing. So that's why I want to ask that. And also the heat system, we're going back to it. This may just be a me thing, but I do want to like put it in the list. It happens a lot to me, and this heat burst beating lows when that shouldn't be the case. And what I mean by that is, like I said earlier, fighting games are a guessing game. So if I feel like if you make the right guess, I should be rewarded for it if I make the right guess. And if I make the wrong guess, I should be punished for it. Something like that. So there's a lot of scenarios in this game where I read that my opponent's going to go for their heat burst. So I go for a low. My quickest low, or a low that I think that will reach. And what happens is they go for the heat burst. So I made the right read, but it still, goes through my low, or my low wasn't quick enough, or there's a lot of situations that happens. And I don't know if that's just a me thing. Maybe I'm making the wrong read, or maybe I'm doing it too slow. But that happens a lot. Like I'm doing it before they go for heat burst, but it still doesn't come out, or And if that is the case, I don't even know if making it slower would be good, because then it would become me. I can like do a low before you even, or I can do a low after you did heat burst. So I don't even know if making it slower would even make the mechanic viable again. So I don't even know how you would fix that. Maybe you make it like a little slower, or make the lows connect more, or something like that. If it's not just a me thing, if that happened to everybody, then clearly there's a problem with that. But I know it happens to me a lot. And also, there's not really any defensive mechanics to match the offensive options. I did talk about Hebers earlier. That's a pretty good defensive option. And there are defensive moves that help you. But there's not really any defensive mechanic that can just stop you from getting mixed, like, a lot of times. Like, if there was like a mechanic to just be like, get off me, maybe I spin my heat meter to just, I don't know, like push you off me. Like, I don't want to hold this 50-50 or something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool because there's like a lot of situations where you're just holding offense. It doesn't matter like how offensive you are in this game, you're gonna be holding a mix up majority of the time. So yeah, I think it'd be cool for them to have a defensive mechanic to kind of have like a yin and yang experience in this game, because right now I just feel like it's like 85% offense right now, and I don't know. Having a defensive option on me would be pretty good. My next point on the list is hazards that do a lot of damage. And when I say hazards, I mean like floor hazards, wall hazards, underground arena, the Asasena stage, the bottom floor, the stage, the broken down building stage. I forget what it's called, but those stages, like, there's a lot of stages where like you just get hit with a straight hit, and boom, like you die, you lose the match off for that, and I don't know. I feel like they do a lot of damage. I know they probably fix this eventually, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. But there's a lot of situations where you get that wall, and that's scary. Man, that's scary. And next on the list is the plugging situation. This probably happened to a lot of people. Well, I know it's happening to a lot of people. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this explaining it, but I do want to say that like I get there's situations, real life happens. Your internet goes out, your power goes out. Maybe your game goes off. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of situations that happen. That's happened to me before. Like, I've been there. But I should be comfortable with taking the L. Like, I should get back on the game, get back on Tekken 8, and then it says, oh, well, you lost rank points due to this match, or my rank points should be gone, or something like that. Or they'd be like, don't make sure that doesn't happen again. Like, I don't know. I should take the L. It's my fault that the match went off. I wasted their time. It wasn't their fault. They should get the rank points for that. I would be fine with that. Honestly, would be fine with that. And like I say, the point to where like the internet goes off and power goes out. I say that to say this. I also know there's situations where it's way too specific, way too coincidental that the match just went out. Like, the only explanation is you plugged. That's the only explanation. There's two sides to that coin. Some people, the internet goes out and they didn't do it. Some people, they did it on purpose. Okay, so I think those people should be punished. And honestly, if you ban them, that's good. That's cool. I don't really care. I do care. I think they kill the game, but I do think I value my rank points over them getting banned. Okay, I would rather you give my rank points than them get banned. If they do get banned, that's good. Okay, I don't want to play with them ever again. But if we're in a ranked environment and you just keep plugging, and I like the day I was trying to get Fujin with Asuka, it was so bad. It was so many plugs back to back to back, and it was just so annoying and so frustrating to deal with. And it really just raises the question, like, the people that, not even question, this is like a statement. The people that really play Tekken to get good and get better and stuff like that, and they take their L's and they lose rank points, because once you lose in Battle Ruler, I can't speak for the higher ranks, and I can only imagine how bad it's there. But once you lose in Battle Ruler or a rank like that, you lose a lot of rank points. But these people, they just win. The second they're about to lose, plug, keep winning, and like they just have no repercussions for doing it. And I just think that's kind of messed up and evil, and they waste a lot of people's time doing that. And they're not really getting punished right now. I know they're getting banned, well, some of them are, but they're keeping their rank, some of them, so that's kind of weird. But yeah, I just think giving people their rank points that got plugged on, I think that'd be pretty beneficial to the game, and people would kind of stop doing it because you're losing rank points. You might as well just play quick match the rest of your life then if you're just gonna plug. So yeah, these are my issues with the game so far. Hopefully, like I said, I'm gonna take a break. I may go put my time with other things. Well, of course, I'm still gonna be making videos, of course, but I don't know if they're gonna be Tekken videos all the time anymore. I want to like do other stuff and make more videos that interest me. But what was I about to say? Um, Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang. But hopefully, like they fix a couple of these things and it intrigues me, and I want to come back to the game. I do want to make like a video. Oh, I was thinking of making a video like me making a tier list of my worst matchups in the game. I think that'd be pretty interesting because there's a lot of matchups in this game that give me a hard time. Uh, and yeah, so breaks are very mandatory in any game, especially like competitive games like this. So I definitely would recommend them to anybody that's getting salty with this game and getting frustrated. It's not just you. It's not just you. There's a lot of people out there, including me. So yeah, I'm gonna be here. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, if you agree, disagree, let me know. If there's anything that I missed, let me know. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace.